Hello, fellow modelers. Bruce here. Well, if you are a loyal follower of the channel, you know I have spoken before about my compulsion to try to salvage Campbell kits that had been previously started by a previous owner and abandoned midstream, usually with parts missing and partially painted, partially unpainted. You get the idea. Well, I saw this Iowa schoolhouse come up on eBay, and the seller had already reduced it once, and he still had it at kind of a low end of the price that you would expect to see if it was a complete kit. So I started communicating with him, pointing out what I saw was missing, and eventually we got the price down into the neighborhood where it made sense for me to purchase it and try to save it. This is definitely one that most buyers would have passed on. So let's see what we have in the box. Okay. So I can use a schoolhouse on my slate run, so I didn't mind spending a few bucks to see what's what and see what I can make out of it. If I can't get enough parts to make it into an exact replica of the Iowa schoolhouse, I'm sure I can make it into a slightly different schoolhouse. So let's see what we got. The good news, what's in the package. The subroofs for the school itself. There's one side, there's the other. Roof for the cupola. I'll try to get a good picture of the schoolhouse and put it in the beginning of the video so that you can see, one of the design features of this structure is the fact that it has a bell tower cupola near the front of the building, up above the front doors. So that's the cupola roof. Porch roof for the entranceway. Again, if you look at the pictures, you can see what that's for. On the back of the building is a storage shed, and that's the roof for that. And an outhouse roof. So at one point there was an outhouse included with the kit, and Campbell did that with a lot of kits that were representing structures from the late 1800s, early 1900s. So that's good. We got all the subroofs. We have our roll of Campbell shingles. We have a well-faded sign for the county school district school. Probably will not use those. They're well faded at this point. And what we don't have, well, we have some walls that have been painted red, and we have lots of strip wood in there. Looks like we have some corner pieces, those Z-shaped corner pieces that Campbell likes to use. And I'll sort through this in detail shortly and pick up the video at that point, and we can assess what exactly is here. And we have windows, door castings. These were made by Campbell. Campbell had their own line of windows and doors. And the seller had these laid out, so I was able to see right away that stuff was missing. So the front double door into the school is there, and 3 windows. Well, this structure has 3 windows on each side, so I knew right away that there were 3 windows missing. This structure has a Campbell brick chimney on it, and those are made up by taking 4 of these strips and gluing them together and painting them. There's only 2 strips here, so I'd have to fashion some other kind of chimney. I don't know whether that ladder came with the kit or not, but I'm pretty sure that the flag did. There's a pin here that's probably for the flagpole, and then some fancy trim work for I don't know whether that's for the roof over the front door or whether they have it someplace else on the building, and the school bell. So that's good news. These 3 windows missing didn't worry me too much because I have quite a collection of Campbell windows and doors, plus there's a good chance that if I didn't have 3 more Campbells, I would have 6 proper sizes from either Grantline or Tichy. So yeah, some windows are missing, the plans are missing, some strip wood is definitely missing. I think some of the corner posts are missing. So lots of stuff is missing. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I do have a friend who has this kit, and he's going to photocopy the instructions for me, so that that will solve that problem. And it'll also make it very clear what I'm missing yet that I have to put together. I don't worry about missing strip wood because that's all fractional lumber readily available, probably in my own stash already. So that's it. My heart went out to this kit. I had been up on eBay for quite a while. It was obvious that people were not going to buy it because of everything that was missing. There were a number of schoolhouses up for sale in the $35 to $49 range. So who would pay what the seller was asking for bits and pieces? So, as I say, when we got the price down to the point where I thought that I could make a go of it, I jumped on it, and we'll see if I can save it. Okay, I've talked to you before in my film on the Campbell Company, as we looked at the kit manufacturers of old, and I talked about my weakness for trying to save Campbell kits that had parts missing and had been partially assembled, and gave you a few examples back then. I'll put a link of that into the description, so if you have not seen that, you can familiarize yourself. This is by no means the first kit from Campbell that I've tried to rescue this way. Alright, I'll be back shortly when I lay all the parts out here and we can further assess what I have. Talk to you then. Okay, I've done my initial assessment. If you're at all familiar with many Campbell kits, you know that the walls of the structures tend to come in pieces. Like this end wall has 2 pieces here that you glue together to form the back wall. And same thing with these side walls. The front wall actually has 3 pieces with an opening in between for that double door. And that slot is where steps are going to be coming up, I assume. So the main walls are here. And I would imagine these are the 3 walls for that storage shed in the back. This is probably parts of the outhouse. I'm not sure yet what this is. And the Z-shaped corner pieces that Campbell uses. I don't know if you can see it at any angle. I've shown you those before. They're not all there. And I'm sure not all the trim work is here, but that's typical stock fractional lumber, so that's not a problem. And as far as the corner braces are concerned, Northeastern Scale Lumber still sells that. I know I have some. I'm going to have to spend some time looking where I packed it up when we moved from New Jersey. So yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape, but the really good news is that I went into my drawer of windows, and I got loads of windows here from Grantline, from Tichy, Micro Engineering, all the major suppliers. Even Northeastern Scale Lumber has a set of a series of windows, so I have those. So I dug through all my Campbell windows and indeed found the proper windows to fit into the school. I actually have a number of them. I've been using them on other builds, but I have enough for that wall. So that's good news. Makes my life a little bit easier. So yeah, I will wait until I get those plans, copy of the plans from my friends, and then you will see me do a build of the Iowa schoolhouse, and it'll fit in perfectly into my slate run railroad as far as time period and so forth is concerned. So I'll do the build and talk my way through how we're piecing this thing together in order to save it. So talk to you then. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have not already done so, please subscribe to the channel. Okay, talk to you soon.